Hey, thanks for joining me. Okay, so um, if you haven't seen this movie that I'm gonna talk about, and you don't want a spoiler, then don't watch this. If you have or haven't, and you just want to know what my opinion is on it, then listen. Uh, the movie, The Conjuring, uh, I think I'm pronouncing it right, not really sure. Uh, got a 8.1 rating on IMDb and an 81 on Rotten Tomato, making it what I like to say is a B minus, I guess. Um, and of course, people like it enough that they're planning on making a sequel. Basically, it's supposed to be some type of based on a story about I guess a man who wrote it, and he was a part of some kind of paranormal team, I guess. And so now he's just telling his life. But I saw it just recently with my girlfriend. She saw it on the internet. I guess previews of it. She was like, "Oh, this looks great. I want to see it." I'm just like, "Okay, go ahead. We'll see it." We tried to see it on his weekend debut. Couldn't. It was sold out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Didn't get a chance to see it. So we went during the week, during the I guess you could say morning matinee. Where instead of paying the full $8, 10 bucks, we only paid like $3 um, for one ticket. Of course, and saw the movie, and to let you know now, it was a huge disappointment. My girlfriend was like, this movie isn't scary. Something that she's been looking for, a scary movie, and this in no way was scary at all. So let me go through it right now. Um, the movie opens with some strange China doll that's supposed to be possessed or whatever, and as you see the movie, you see the beginning, you're thinking like, oh, maybe this movie is about this China doll that's possessed. No way, and is this doll ever seen again? You see it a couple times. It tries to do a few hauntings, but in no way was related to what the story is about. Um, Again, uh, you then jumps. It then turns out that you're just watching like a small little, I guess, video or recording of some investigators that do this type of research and whatnot, and they're teaching in a school, and there's a man and his wife, and they're the ones that do go on these trips, um, and that's where it gets so weird. Like the guy goes says something like, "Oh, she has some kind of issue or something," and then I don't know. It's weird because it kind of gets kind of weird because she seems all like all depressed or something, and you're thinking something's wrong with her, like maybe the ghost really hurt her physically or something, but it's just some kind of mental issue, I guess. But it's weird because later in the movie you find out that she can't see ghosts, and yet um, you don't see any signs that she can throughout the whole movie. Like when she's in the class talking to the students, you don't see her reacting like, oh, look, there's ghosts. Like, nothing at all. You just see her standing there. And it's not until she finally sees this family that's having this issue that she finally says, oh, I see ghosts, or I see spirits. Like, oh, I see this, I see that. And it's like, wait, what? Wait, how did this happen? It's like you go through almost an hour, 30 minutes, an hour of just stuff going on, and it's not until she finally says, "Oh, I can see ghosts," that you finally actually start seeing them floating around, and it's weird. But anyways, once you get into the house, not the house, but the family that the movie's focused on, um, again, the family didn't make any reason why you want that family in there. Anyways, they move into a house. The dog itself doesn't want to go in the house, and the father, he's just like, oh, come in, dog, and come on, boy, and the dog didn't move, and I would think at least that if I were moving into an old house and my dog didn't walk in, I would probably think, okay, I wouldn't go, oh, maybe there's a ghost, but I would at least say like, maybe there's a leak in a gas leak. Maybe the dog smells it. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to walk in. I would have called, utilities company to come and check it out. But he did. He's like, oh, okay. Well, you want to stay outside? And even then, I wouldn't let my dog stay outside because it's a new place. Doug doesn't know where he's at. I wouldn't want him to wander off and get lost. So it's stupid. It has 5 daughters, and only 2 of them seem important. They're the only 2 that actually see the ghost. The other little one sees it. I have no idea where the other one is at. The older one, again, she seems pissed off in the beginning of the movie. Like, I don't want to move in here. Like, where do I gotta stay? And then you would think that she would be like the center focus of the movie. Never. Hardly ever see her in the movie. Only like a couple of scenes. Stupid. What else was the problem? Oh, and the other thing that really bugged me is the 2 scenes. The mother of the family, she falls down a flight of stairs. The paranormal lady who sees ghosts, she falls through a wall. And I'm thinking, like, okay, it's a movie, I understand. You're not going to have them break a bone or, come out, break a bone or kill them. Because physically, I mean, I think someone who does fall down some stairs or through a wall is going to die or at least break a bone. They don't do that. I understand. It's a movie. You don't want that. But at least come out with some cuts, bruises, and they don't. Just messed up hair and dust on their clothing, and like, oh, I'm okay. And they fall to the bottom. They see some spirits, and they're freaking out. And ridiculous part. Oh, and then there's when the team finally says, like, oh yeah, you have a ghost. We have to do something. We have to get the church to send someone down so they can do an exorcism, so that way they can clean the house of the ghost. The guy at the end, he tries doing it himself. Like, what the hell? Like, when did you become this guy who knows how to do it? Doesn't make sense again. Oh, and the other part that really bothered me, like I said, the China doll. Again, it's not an important part of the movie at all. And apparently, this team, what they do is they get these items from these places and say, like, oh, they're possibly possessed, and we had to keep them away from the public so that way the ghost won't come back. So what do? The guy puts them in his room or in his house, a small little room, to hold them. And you would think again, I would think, like, wait a minute, if you're holding items that are supposed to be possessed and want to keep it from the public, why do you have it in their house? Where in a room where your own child can get to it, or people. So why would you do that? I wouldn't. I would have put the items in a basement, in a storage. I would put them somewhere where no one can reach them, and yet this guy leaves them out in the open, in a room. Somehow I think the daughter winds up in there because she ends up being haunted by some ghost. I guess they're trying to freak the people out. I don't know why. And the ending, was ridiculous. Like, the family. Oh, that's right. Okay, before I go on, this movie reminds me a lot like the Poltergeist. Family sees ghosts. Call lady comes in. They sets up some cameras to catch it. Same thing in this movie, except it's supposed to be like the 70s. The family finally runs out of the house to an apartment. They're like, oh, we're safe. Not apartment, but hotel or motel, whatever that is. And so in this movie, the same thing. Family's like, oh no, it's possessed. We gotta leave now. They leave. They're in a hotel. The mother freaks out. She gets possessed, and instead of taking all her kids to the back home to kill them, he only takes 2, and it is never explained why 2. Only 2. Doesn't explain. And it's right there where it's like, wait a minute, like, what? Why only 2? Wouldn't you want to take your whole family with them? I mean, I don't know. Again, thought it was ridiculous. The other scene I thought was kind of funny. Uh, where the guy, he's doing his little exorcist to the mom and trying to, somehow the ghost gets a hold of a gun and drops it and tries to shoot the guy, a shotgun. Again, it was stupid. Um, what else? I mean, I was just totally disappointed. My girlfriend was disappointed. Wasn't scary at all. Don't know why they're making a sequel. I say, will not see it. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, so again, if you want to see it, go right ahead. If I spoiled it for you, then sorry. Oh, and yeah, guess what? No one dies, of course. Stupid, right? I mean, whatever. Um, but yeah, like I said, if you want to see it, go ahead and see it. I say don't, not worth it. So yeah, thanks for joining me. See me next time. Bye.